was contacted by Grid Alternatives through a letter that I received through the County of Riverside. County of Riverside had done some home improvements for me on a special program through Cathedral City and the County of Riverside, and because of that I was on a list that was solicited by Grid Alternatives from the various counties, and a letter came to me asking me to call a number if I wanted to see about solar for my little house. At first I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that a person, I'm a low-income senior, and I couldn't believe that someone low-income could actually have solar. But now, here I have it, and it's wonderful, and that's how I came in contact with Grids. I love my solar. I love my solar panels and the effect it has had on my life and on my financial situation in the Coachella Valley. I love knowing that I'm doing something good for the earth, helping to recover some of the damage and repair some of the damage that's been done by, well, humans who just we didn't know any better for a long time. Now we do. And this is a way that everybody needs to think of going. Alternative energy systems, whether it's solar, which is wonderful, the sun's up there, it's going to be free always, and or wind or geothermal. Everyone needs to think, how can they reconvert and change, make a difference, and change for the better. I have become aware of how little things will eat up your energy. Small appliances in your kitchen that you don't think might have much effect, little toasters, coffee makers, if you're running everything at once, or using things inefficiently. Try to plan what you do with your appliances and unplug them at night. Unplug them when not in use, all of them. And anytime if it's time for a new appliance, get an energy efficient one. Replace all your appliances with the most, the recent energy efficient that you can afford to do, and save the energy. Check you can, through Edison, you can check online actually how much energy you're using per hour through the day, and what days of the week and what hours of the day you're most wasteful or using the most, and you can make corrections in that. You can unplug everything. You can be sure you're not leaving 3 televisions on in every room with all the lights while you're out gardening or something. So there's a lot of ways, and I have become aware of a lot of that just from having the solar and seeing how that you don't have to be so wasteful. It doesn't take all that much energy for a family to live, if you think about what
That's
you do.
great. So what do you plan on doing with your savings from your solar system?
Well, I'm getting real even on a bunch of, of payments and bills and projects at my house I can now go forward with, because I'm not paying out so much on electricity and utilities through the month and the year. My first year has actually passed with Southern Cal Edison, and for one entire year of electricity, and in the summer heat here with our air conditioning and my computer and all of the appliances a home has, my bill was $100 for the year. Electric bill, unheard of in the Coachella Valley. The smart meter from Edison, and now that I am connected to the solar, I am a generator, and I am currently generating, as is indicated by this little arrow pointing this way. And I have very little on in the house right now, but the wonderful Coachella Valley sunshine and my solar panels I'm actually generating at this time. And then as I use electricity, it's bounced against what I've generated. And at the end of the year, you may even get a payment from Edison rather than a bill if you have been really, you know, efficient. And so that's terribly exciting. All my friends want to come and they call it the meter spinning backwards. This one actually points one way or the other, and I love the fact that it usually points that way. And that is exciting to me. Sunny boy. I'm afraid I don't really know a lot about this, so I'm not going to say too much about it, except this is the unit. It tells you how many pounds of CO2 you've saved since it started up, and this is the main guy right here, the little Sunny boy. I love it. And it takes up almost no room that you wouldn't have used anyway, and so That's the operating system right there, and I love it. I come out here all the time just to be sure it's still there and the little green light's still on, which I don't anticipate having any problems with that. And that also is guaranteed for a minimum 10-year period, I believe. So that's very good. And the solar installation itself took very little time. I think about 3 days of the week only that they were here when all of this went in. The panels on the roof, this unit, and everything associated with getting this house on solar energy. Like, too exciting. Too exciting. I've been paying utility bills all my life in California since I first came here. And the money I have paid out for electricity use. Of course, me and everybody. So, everyone has to do it. Everyone. And it's wonderful that now people of lower income can consider what was considered to be, an expensive thing. No, you consider it. You consider it and think on it. Look into it. Get it done. America, get with it. Find out about solar. There's all kinds of programs and there's all kinds of payment schedules if you are in a position to go in that direction. Young people looking to buy their first home, see if you can stretch it out another few dollars and include solar efficiency in your home. I love my solar. And I thank Grid Alternatives for this effort, for this opportunity to have this, most definitely. I am Kathleen Patterson, and I'm telling you, do different, do better, conserve, save the Earth's energy.